Coach PR in for VladTV with the homie, NBA champion, Iman Shumpert.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Iman?
Ain't nothing, man.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm
Good?
excited. Yeah.
You looking good? You looking ready? You got the glow ready to do everything?
Yeah, I'm
Making your nice run?
That's what I'm doing, man. I'm staying, athletically, staying available, you know what I mean? And it's giving me, time to just focus on my family and, my regular hobby of doing music. Now, you know what I mean? I'm able to I had the time to put together an album, put together an idea, a project, something that I could put together while I wait. You know what I'm saying? Wait on that opportunity.
Right. Before we get into the album, I want to take people back to young Iman.
Yeah.
Right? You're born in Oak Park, Illinois, but you grew up in Chicago.
Well, yeah, I mean, Oak Park is in Chicago.
It's in Chicago.
It's just technically a suburb or town.
Right.
It's small, but
how was that for you growing up in Chicago as a kid? Because everybody knows Philly, it's, Chicago, the gang life and everything like that.
I mean, we got all that out west. Like, you're going to have gangs. You're going to have the activity that they describe, like, around you. But I got sheltered because I played ball. Like, they like, nah, he hoop. Like, he cool. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
All my friends, it was like, they may have had to do whatever they had to do, and I may have been around them. But if I was ever fighting, it wasn't because I was caught up in it. I was just helping my friend. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm like, I see him every day at school. Like, he may have to do this because of where he live at. Like, yeah, he live in a vibe that, it's damn near protection for him to do this. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or it's a get money move for him. I ain't judging him. I know I sit next to him in class and he cares because he trying to get out of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. He actually cares. Right. He don't want people laughing at him for his book smart, but dude care. He trying to get out. So it's like, these the dudes that I was defending. It's like, at times I get looked at like, oh, he hanging with the wrong crowd. And I'm like, nah, this the same dude that ran sprints with me, you know what I'm saying, my freshman year, playing ball on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to war with this dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you had said that when at the time when Michael Jordan was playing for the Bulls, if they won, there wouldn't be no shooting.
Yeah, it's love. Like, when the Bulls is winning, it's love.
It's all love.
It's love. Like, we sports fanatics out there. Right. I be telling people, when people be asking me about the Oak Park, cause like, if you from Chicago, you always be like, oh, Oak Park ain't Chicago. Like, it's like a city suburb thing that they do. Right. You know what I'm saying? When literally I could walk across the street and I'm technically in Chicago. Right. I walk back across the street, I'm in Oak Park because I'm a border kid. So it's like, to me, I really don't care. Like, I don't really care. If the Bulls were the Oak Park Bulls, I would never say Chicago. If the Blackhawks were the Oak Park Blackhawks, I would never say Chicago.
It'd be Oak Park.
You see what I'm saying? It would be Oak Park everything because that was a sports team. All I had when I grew up was Bulls jersey. Yeah. So I thought I'm like, this is the city I root for. This is the city I'm in. I got a Sox hat. I got Cubs, Bears stuff. I got Blackhawks stuff. Like, I got all this stuff. I'm thinking that's what you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking that's what it is. Like, we Chicago. Like, that's what it is.
It's all about Chicago.
Boy, when we got to 7th grade and I filled out that Scantron and everything, they put city of town, I put Chicago, they done called me in, like, bro, where you know what I'm saying? Oh, maybe it was earlier than 7th grade. It might have been way earlier than that. But they called me into the office and started asking me, is that where you live or that's like where your grandmother or like a relative lives? Because I was putting Chicago, but I didn't know. I'm like, what city? Chicago. Like, I'm like, we live in Chicago, right? I didn't know what Oak Park was. I didn't grasp the concept. I'm like, what is on the Bulls jersey? That's all I came with. But there's like this whole, like you said, people hear Chicago and right away their mind goes to gang violence, guns, robberies, can't make it out type of vibe. And it's like, y'all don't talk about deep dish pizza and
the best pizza is supposed to be, right?
Italian beef soakers, you know what I'm saying, and pizza puff and flaming hots with melted cheese on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you don't talk about the stuff we do that's cool. Like, it's dope stuff. It's cool for culture. Like, we don't talk about it. We just talk about the worst part all the time because it get clicks. You know what I'm saying? When I be telling people Chicago is beautiful to me, I don't claim Chicago on some, like, if people come visit, like if you came and you like, man, show me Chicago. I'm not taking you to no blocks. Them niggas on the blocks don't want to be on them blocks. They got to move like this on the blocks.
Right.
They don't want you. They see me on. What are you doing over here, man? Iman, get from over here. What are you doing? That's what they gonna say to me.
Right.
I'm gonna come hang out with you over there.
Right.
Where it's cool.
It's cool.
Where it's safe.
Safe, right.
Why you want to come over here? For what? What's over here for you? That's what they gonna tell me. Get your ass out of here, bro.
I know me, I'm not doing that. I could experience that in New York. So I don't have to do that. It's like, because Chicago to me is like New York.
It's the same type of vibe. Where it's like you get it, you see your guys getting in over there, they're gonna encourage you, bro. We don't want to be over here. We're trying to get to over there. Don't be a dummy. And that's the concept I be trying to get people to understand. Like, when you land, if I pick you up, dog, we finna go to Johnny's. We going on Madison. I'm gonna show you Madison Pulaski where they make fake stuff, but it's like the Canal Street out here. Like,
right.
I'm gonna show you Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go under the bridge with you. Like, I'm gonna tell you, let's take the green line. Like, let me show you the baseball stadiums. Let me show you this, that. Like, let me go. You got to eat a Polish with just mustard on it. Like, you can't have no ketchup on it. Like, you got to go real life Chicago style. You see what I'm saying? You got to have the pepper on it. You got to try it, bro. Like, you got to kick it like us for a second.
Right.
Go to Luminati's. Your bill got to be at least $500. Like, go over there. You know what I'm saying? Try that, bro. Like, this is what we enjoy. This is how we kick it over here. Like, and it's like, people don't talk about that part. They just be like, oh, you not from. I'm like, listen, bro. I'm from Oak Park. It's tatted on me. If people don't know though, I'm gonna tell them Chicago, because as a grown ass man, I kick it in Chicago, bro. And it's literally across the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like my truth, my nigga. I can't break this down no other way. I can't fake it. Like, you gotta come with me, which is why I made the album. You gotta come home with me. And it's literally, the album sounds like you're in the car with me riding through where I'm from, Chicago, how I got here, how I became me. Yeah, you riding through. You gonna get phone calls from my grandmama tell me yo, you gotta do this, XYZ. My wife might say, I need you to hurry up, get back here. Where are you at? Y'all just riding around, Junie asking. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy stuff where now I gotta slide, go pick Junie up from school. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But it's like, you really feel like you in the car. You hear car sounds. I want you to get trapped in that, because I really want to elaborate on that shit. Like, there's a piece of Chicago that's not getting talked about that's bothering me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really bothering me. Like, people, I hate that it's this whole stigma of that's the only stamp of Chicago. That's bullshit.
So is it safe to say with the album you're taking us pre-Michael Jordan, or like during Michael Jordan era? Both. Not after Michael Jordan, because after Michael Jordan, the shootings went up, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I told you. I know this shit. I know this. I was there. Like, I know. You know what I'm saying? I saw officers standing next to people, letting them shoot guns, bro. Letting them. It was love. Like, the Bulls just won. We letting it blow. Boom, boom, boom. Cops outside. Boom, boom. Standing at their car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was you know what I'm saying? Like, the love that was around the city was different. Like, nobody was thinking like, oh, it's just so bad out here. Like, and it was bad parts. It's always been bad. First of all, no matter where you go, if you're looking for it, you gonna find it. You gonna find that neighborhood that's with the shit, as they like to say. He with the shit. You gonna find that neighborhood. So it's everywhere. But are you looking for that? You get what I'm saying? Like, if you land, are you really looking for that, bro? Do you really want to see that? For what? You want to go over there for what? The product? Like, what you going over there for? Why do you want to feel like this ain't a roller coaster? You ain't finna go through a car and we can guarantee your safety. Goddamn, like, it could go down at any moment. Why go over there? Yeah. Like, I've never understood that concept.
But for you coming up, you had a good upbringing. You had both your parents, right? Yeah. 3 other siblings?
3 brothers.
3 brothers. And what made you get into basketball? Who was your influence? Was it your parents, your dad, or your brothers?
Well, my dad played too. So he was like, of course, the top of the umbrella for us. But it's like, when I had my brothers, when we start playing, because we was all just competitive as hell. So I was like breaking out of like Goo Goo Gaga.
You the youngest?
No, I was third. I was breaking out of Goo Goo Gaga type vibes. excuse me, where I'm like, I can understand exactly. Like I was still, you know what I'm saying, chasing words, certain words I didn't all the way understand, but I got the gist of you explaining to me, no, you can't move that foot. You can't do that. You can't do this. Like we had already been playing. We had the little rims that you could crawl up to and just put your hand in. So we had the basic concept of basketball. But when I couldn't beat my brothers, like, cause they was Ari's 3 years older, and then my oldest brother is 7. So it's like, no, he's 7. Uh, when he when they excelled and started, like they almost had their own games now. And I'm like trying to get into it. Me losing just bothered me so bad that I had to get good at it. Like I never liked people being able to take advantage of me. So it was like the drive to be able to defend myself in a way was how I got to play basketball. And then it was like I saw how to break people. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. It sounds fucked up.
No, that doesn't,
It sounds
because
so fucked up. But I love
my son's trainer told him that the other day. Told me that once he enjoys breaking people down and watching them,
oh my
the
God.
crossover, he's going to take it to the next level. He's going to love it. And now hearing you saying it,
I love the feeling of, I love completely taking over whatever you got going on. So if your friend, if I see this is your best friend, I can tell by the body language, everything, this is who you look at after every bucket. When I take away that bucket and then I start looking at him.
not looking at the player, but looking
I'm no
at your
longer
best friend.
looking at you. I'm talking to your best friend. He
Right.
ain't shit. Him? You came to see him? You finna watch me. And then I come down, score him. He still ain't stopped me. Then they call a timeout. Get your man. Get your man. Before I make it bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like completely, but it's like I'm scoring on him. He can't score on me. I'm with the theatrics and I've trained harder than you. Like that feeling, that confidence of saying I did more work. I'm way more prepared and there's nothing you can do about it. That when you see the defeat on somebody, it's like proud of your work. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit wasn't in vain. Like I done put myself through some shit to get here. And it's like seeing that, like that breaking point for somebody that clearly didn't do as much, that's a win. Like it's such a great feeling. Or feeling like people's, like the doubt that crowds over you, like staying locked in through that and then winning, that feeling is why so many people play the game. It's a magical feeling of saying, no, this consistency works.
Right.
When everything else is going crazy in my life, the only thing consistent that I have my whole life is basketball. Music, I picked it up, put it down, fell back from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get better with that because I want to stay consistent in all things I love. Like seeing Kobe, this shit happen, it's like, I feel like things are in line to say, yo, get everything off your chest. Get your books out. Get your ideas out. Get your dreams. Like, go get them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. You could be doing everything correct. That man was riding in helicopters to cut down time so that he can get everything done and see his kids, and went down with his kid. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you never know. So to hold back to pleasure somebody else's thought and doubt and whatever they want to put on you, to not put it out, that fear, I can't live with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So now I gotta do it. Like, I know people probably like, yo, he doing too much. If he would just, you might be right. I could be wrong. Or I could be right. And you could be wrong for not picking something else to do instead of judging me. Maybe you should add something to your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know who's correct. We just know we're in the now. And in my heart, this is what I've been doing. So I'm going to stick with it. It kept me alive this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kept me going. It's helped me to provide for my family. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten my parents out of what they, you know what I'm saying? I got my goals accomplished doing what I'm doing. So I need to keep doing it. And you know what I'm saying? Keep trying to put it out to the world.
Did you feel that way? You went on 2 high schools, Oak Park High and River Point High School?
No. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing?
So this is two.
So then again, it's two different names? Or?
So there's a street that basically separates Oak Park from River Forest, which is basically, I hate to say this, but the Oak Park kids are gonna have the border kids. The River Forest kids, low key, don't respect our brand of suburban. Like I'm from technically a suburban town. That real suburbs that like got it, because we're like over the border. We were over the border in Oak Park, but we wasn't like killing it in Oak Park. It was like my parents decided to do that to make sure we got everything we need. If we needed to take an L on fashion and whatever, they like cool. Like, but they gonna stay out of trouble on this side. Like we even got different set of police.
4 boys. You got to raise 4
See
boys.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot different if we grow up in Chicago with more money and we have more access to. We turn out totally different. Like especially me and Ari, we turn out the whole. That's the 180 you know what I'm saying? I don't want. Like I'm glad, I'm so thankful for my parents for picking struggle, figure it out, but don't cheat them out of this. Like get them a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like I just respect that shit so much. And I know it's so many other parents that are like faced with that decision. Like we're straight over here, but that school over there or that, you know what I'm saying, that center over there or whatever it is over there that benefits the child more, and they just make the move and take the sacrifice, whatever that is, to make sure the child is good. Like, I just respect the hell, especially being a parent now.
Right.
I just respect it. Like, and I see so many parents do it in a different version, where it's like, I didn't have this, I didn't have that for me, so I'm gonna make sure my kid gets it, even if I gotta suffer in the worst way behind closed doors. I gotta cry myself to sleep every night.
Put my dreams aside.
Yes, this kid's gonna make it. If I gotta swallow my pride, put my dream to the side and shut everything down right now and put everything on this kid, my kid's gonna do something. They're gonna get their shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the respect and love that you have for parents when you're like, now I'm seeing it.
Now you
know what I'm
see
saying? Like I'm super seeing it. Like back in the day, I'm like, gee, it don't matter to me, man. Like we could have lived on, like we go over there every day anyway. Like this is where we be every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we could have stayed at grandma's house. Like, I don't care. I'm over there half the time anyway.
Did you put that same energy into you, because I see that your junior and senior you were MVP, right? Then you became a McDonald's All-American 2008, right? Did you have that same energy that you had, you know, against the other opponents?
Yeah, I was unranked. So I was unranked my sophomore year. I was unranked. I was like maybe 40 something in the state. I had just got on the list, but in the country, I wasn't known. And I had a growth spurt, headed into junior year. I finally started, sophomore year, I started my growth spurt. I grew into my body in that summer. I remember this, I gave up, that spring going into summer. After the season, I just sort of like went dark. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't hang with anybody because I was like, I felt goofy because I was growing into my body. And then when I locked back in, I came back and I was dunking and everything. But it was even past, like I was in a dark mode even past. At this point, I'm like, people think that I wasn't working hard and I'm growing. So I did a bunch of work and it wasn't working. Like I was just dribbling the ball off my foot. But to fans, they don't know what's going on. They just like,
to see you out there.
Yeah, like he worried about his hair. My hair was long. They started like just saying anything. Well, because like, you know, my coach saying shit to me. He don't know what's going on. And I'm like, my knees hurt, my hips hurt, my back. Like, I don't know what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I swear I jumped to shoot that regular and the shit just, my leg wasn't
off.
Yeah, it's like
this is your junior year?
My sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Like, yeah, I'm dribbling. Somebody just poked the ball from me. I'm like, yo, I can't even move. I'm trying to chase him. I can't run. I'm like, bro, I don't know what's going on. I'm tripping over myself. So I just put in like an OD amount of work. And then I stopped growing at like 6'3". I stopped again. And then like all the work, it just like everything just came on like armored. It came on like a Batman suit. And I was like, I was sick in the head because I was just mad. I was just like, y'all have no clue. Like now I'm the little dude, but I'm tall. I got little man energy, little man, but I'm like vicious because I'm tall now and I feel like bullying people because I was always like people overpowered me because I was little.
Right.
But now it's just like mean. And it became that feeling of I'm gonna score on you and I'm gonna let the ball go through the net. It's the shit New York loved about me. I'm gonna score it, I'm gonna let the ball go through the net, and I'm gonna stand over the ball. And then if you bump me, I'm gonna look at you dead in your face and see if you really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll do it with anybody. Like that's what started separating it. It was like he's lost his mind. But it was like I had been in the gym so much that I was doing shit like my dad. It was my first time like yelling at him. Like I'd be in the gym and he'd say something like tuck your elbow in. And I'd like reel off like 15 straight. How you tuck your elbow in?
You had the chicken wing?
Like, I don't know. It was just, I don't remember. Like, it was just
The
little
elbows
stuff.
out?
He was just like trying to be on me. But I had literally lost the mute button that I just had to get off my chest what I had to get off. And basketball was that outlet for me. Like, it was a way to get off the aggression. Like, the aggressive side of me, it was tamed through basketball. Like, I knew I couldn't hit people. Don't get me wrong, I would fight my brother all the time. But it was like, I didn't have to display the other side because I got it out with basketball, but I played like that.
Right.
And it was respected, especially in the inner city in Chicago, because they like, I thought Oak Park was the suburbs. Who is boy? That's how everybody was reacting. Like, where dude come from? And why ain't none of these city dudes, like, why y'all all like showing them love? But it's like, I've been playing with half the top dudes that played for Crane, like Donovan. I've been playing with Donovan Foster. I've been playing with him. We was small fry together. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking across the way at all these guys, and I'm like, yo, when we come play the city team, I'm looking at Isaiah Williams, AJ Romster, Farragut, and all it. Like most suburb teams go in there like, dang, like they crowd crazy. We was informing Westinghouse, all the top city schools. We in there couldn't wait. Yeah, loud. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. They like, who is they? Because usually the suburb kids come around here and be quiet. They nervous. They ain't got nobody with them, and they loud. And they could hoop. Like, and they mean. Like, they standing over the ball. They bumping people. Like, they don't care. And it was like, it was respected. Like, it wasn't even on some, like, we want to fight shit. It was just like, nah, this is how we play.
Right.
Like, this is what we own. And we not finna half-step it because y'all walked in. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all here, we here to take it from you. We here to rob y'all, period. It's war once we in the lines. And then afterwards, we start getting cool with people, and it was just all love.
It was all love.
Yeah.
How was the McDonald's All-American?
It was cool. I didn't really, it was my first time being a part of an all-star game. And I never played basketball in a go get your own type of vibe. Like, I would have to play it how I grew up playing it. Like, it gotta be like some movement to where I don't feel, like, I hate feeling like I gotta just do my own thing and it's like make or miss this shot type of vibe. I like it to make sense and everybody know I'm about to shoot this. If I miss it, somebody could get a rebound because it just the play made sense.
There was no play sets.
It was just like your turn, and it's like, yeah, everybody goes to get a bucket. And it was just awkward for me. Like, I believe I took like 2 shots. I was just like,
who's on the team? Do you remember anybody else?
DeMar DeRozan, Greg Monroe, Brandon Jennings, Kemba Walker, Scotty Hobson.
Yeah, good squad.
Yeah, Samadi Samuels. Like, we had some guys.
There's some guys in there.
Yeah.
You went on to play for Georgia Tech. Why Georgia Tech?
Tyreek Evans. My bad. Georgia Tech. It came down to Georgia Tech, North Carolina, and Marquette. I felt like if I would have went to Marquette, though I really liked it.
That's home?
It was home, basically. Like, I was just staying in my backyard in the Midwest. And I felt like I wouldn't grow up because my dad would be an hour away. My mom's an hour away. My family. Anytime I feel like just,
go home.
I don't like this. I'm going to just drive to the city and have a good time. Or I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to deal with what I should have to deal with. And that kind of took Marquette out. And That was just on some man shit. I feel like if I would have played under Tom Crean, I'd have turned out just fine. He's a hell of a coach. North Carolina, I couldn't get Roy Williams to promise me that I'd play point guard. Everywhere I went, when I got tall, everybody was trying to change me into something else. And I was just like, gee, it's not that I can't play other stuff. I don't mind playing it, but I see the game how I see it. And I'm better when I feel like I'm part of the control of the flow.
Right.
Like, it just makes me feel better about things. I don't rush things. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's how I see the game. Like, it didn't even look, like shooting corner threes was weird to me because I didn't like being in the corner. I like standing at the top. I could shoot better from the top. I shoot
see
way
the floor
better.
better.
Yeah, I shoot way better from the top in my mind. That's just how I go. Because that's how I'm used to seeing the game. I could see passes. I could see the movement. And, yeah, I couldn't get him to promise me that. And Paul Hewitt said, I play tall point guards. I want tall point guards. Jared Jack, tall point guard. Javaris Crittenden, tall point guard. That's what I want. You next. You're going to play point guard here. We'll put the ball in your hands at the end of the game and let you make a decision. And he gave me that.
Georgia Tech was known to having some good point guards in the history. Yeah.
Point guard, you.
Yep. But you got hurt the 2009 season.
I had that's why I didn't put my name in. I had to get a scope on my lateral meniscus, and I had to sit out. So I had to get a little scope done. I sat out, and I just wanted a full recovery, and I didn't want to go into anything in the league with problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to come in fresh, ready to go.
So you knew that you were going into the league at this point?
Yeah, I should have left. If I was healthy, I'd have left mine.
You would have left earlier?
Yeah.
So you left right after that,
Yeah.
after you had the surgery. You skipped the last year, your last year.
Well, I had the surgery going into sophomore year. It's just, I knew it was something wrong. You know, and you just like, I was like, well, after the season, I was just like, I'm going to take some time. You know what I'm saying? Take some time off. Took some time off. It felt better. Went through the summer workouts. I knew I wasn't going to enter the draft, though, so I went through my summer workouts, getting ready for the next year. And then it just started getting progressively worse. You know what I'm saying? And then I believe I don't remember what happened. Something happened, and I knew, like, it's something wrong now. Like, I don't know what it is, but they went in there.
What's going through your head at that point? Like,
my first time was surgery.
Your surgery. You want to go to the league. You did school.
I didn't tweak. I thought that I would tweak. I didn't tweak about it. Like, it wasn't something where I just was like, I couldn't wrap my mind at all around it. It was just like, damn, I just got more work to do. Back then, I was so young. I'm just like, all right,
get over it.
A little bit more work. I was gonna be doing that anyway. A little bit more, I can get out of this. But they was like, you'll be out for 8 weeks. I'll see y'all in 3 weeks. Like, and I was right back in 3 weeks.
Came right back. 2011 NBA draft. This is when I met you.
Yeah.
Right? Because weird, because you got drafted, but that was a strike, right? Lockout, right?
Yes, sir.
How did that feel? You got drafted now.
And everything was.
It's a lockout.
I got drafted, and the crowd goes crazy, and everybody like, "Oh man, you made it," and I'm still broke because it's a lockout. So for half a year,
you said the same thing when you came to the station too. When I met you, like, I didn't get any money yet.
Broke. They're like, "What's the first thing you bought?" Still broke. You ain't take a loan out. I know you good for it. I'm like, nah. I've been broke my whole life. I could be broke till this over.
Yeah, I could wait, right?
Real talk. Like, I was already broke. What I'm gonna get in advance on some shit? No. I was already broke. I'm straight. Like, I figured it out. And I just worked out the whole time. And I was in Atlanta with Jared Jack. Jared let me stay at his crib. And we was just working out. He was like, nah, don't. Because at first, as soon as it hit, because he was super happy for me when I made it. And he hit me and was like, what you doing? Him and Will Bynum. Both of them hit me talking about some like, what you doing? Like, TA too. Tony Allen called me. They was like making sure I was straight. Like, don't take no big loan. Don't tweak. Like, they was all calling me like, hey, I don't know what these little dumb draft picks out here doing. Everybody posting cars and don't do that shit. Like, chill out. You know
it's good that you had those.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. That's why these to this day though, like if I call, like TA picking up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I come home, Will Bynum know we in the gym. I'm in Atlanta, I'm with Jared. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Wherever I'm at, when they pull up, they gonna hit me and be like, yo, where you at? Ooh. But it's because they really gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better way to say it, they gave a fuck. Like, they was like, bro, don't go out here and do nothing crazy. And they was right there with me, trying to help me get like little, you know what I'm saying, little deals where it's like, oh, promote this, little 3,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a Knicks rookie now, so they done pubbed it up a little bit. I done took a couple little shirtless little photos. We run around Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Little trying to get little hostings, little 5,000 here, 4,000
That
here.
holds you down for a little something.
Yeah, but it's like after a while, you done did 10 parties, you sitting on 40. Like, you was just broke.
Right.
Nigga, you just did a whole year on a $1,200 Pell Grant.
And didn't bounce a ball yet.
You did a $1,200 Pell Grant, just stretched you through college. Why 40 bands can't get you through a lockout, bro?
Right.
Like, how dumb you living? That's all you got is 40 bands. You can't live like 10 mil.
Right.
Live like 40 bands. And that was easy coming from broke. I just didn't get, like, everybody else was like, bump that 0 to 60. Boom. They taking a loan. They taking a loan for a couple M's. Like, just off of what they slotted on their salary. I'm like, y'all better than me, bro. I can't do it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it
in my hand
for sure. I gotta see it.
So the Knicks got you now. What was the issue with the Knicks fans, with you and the Knicks fans?
Initially they booed me.
Why? Did you know?
They just didn't know me. They just didn't know. You gotta think, Kimba was going off at the time. Jimmer Fredette's going off at the time. This Big East basketball, East Coast. That's what they used to seeing. They not really watching the ACC delicately. Like, it wasn't like my last year. Now, my second year, if I'd have left, I don't think I would have got booed. Because my second year, we was in the tournament. I was playing with favors. Like, we was more relevant, and people would have had more of an eye on me. We was getting killed. Like, I had signature games where I dogged North Carolina. I'm going to get off on Duke. I'm going to get off on, Boston College, battling with Reggie Jackson, having to battle with Malcolm Delaney, who used to kill at Virginia Tech. Like, I'll have them signature games where I'm going to go crazy. And you'll see, like, he an NBA talent, but the average fan that watches the Big East ain't going to be like, oh, yeah, I was watching Georgia Tech play Maryland the other day.
Right.
Like, just to be realistic, they just wasn't doing that.
Right. And Knicks fans are already tough already, so
they initially booed me, but me
entirely,
me 21, and I just went back home to Chicago broke, and I've been like in a hot gym just going crazy, waiting for this moment, and all I got to look at is me getting drafted, and I got my video of my family going crazy, and like this emotion that came over me. And then I have this play it back on TV and actually hear what Knicks fans are doing. And they're like, boo, like, what? What the fuck? They're like, who is dog? What we on, bro? Like, we trying to win or we going?
At least they didn't cry like they did when they got KP though.
So I'm like, in my heart, I'm just like, bro, they have no clue. I'm the closest thing they got to what they really like. I'm the closest thing. Who else gonna dunk it and then bump somebody on the way back and not get in trouble for it? Because y'all like his charisma.
The attitude that we like, yeah.
I'm like, that's me. I'm the one that'll do the shit that y'all will get behind so much that y'all will give me the pass with the refs. If we in the Garden and Iman do that, you can't call it because they love it. Let them have it.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it was some shit that me and JR, we probably shouldn't have got away with. But they the bad boys on the Knicks. They got to rock. This is what the people come to see. If we turn them off and they ain't playing good, that don't work for our league. Let them rock. JR want to do the extra celebration? Let him rock. That's what New York did for us. It was like some people like, we don't like the antics. New York was like, but we love it.
Yeah.
Iman tossing phones in the crowd. My daughter like that. Throw them phones in the crowd, Iman, when you hit them threes. Throw them phones, man. My kid's right here. JR, go crazy. Dunk it. Start cursing.
Yeah.
Do something crazy. Yell. Give me something. That's what New York was doing for us. Yeah. And we walking on. Now, it kept us in that bag. You get what I'm saying? It keep you in that bag. Melo doing. Niggas, man, do that, do it. So the ref like, you gotta let them ride. I remember times it was a circus, and you know what I'm saying? Steve Novak done hit 3 threes. It's getting crazy. He putting on the belt. He walking in front of their bench, putting on the belt. People getting mad. They ain't calling no text. They nah.
I forgot about Steve.
Don't touch that white man. No, touch that white man. Let that white man go. Let that man put that belt on. Stop playing with me. But I like that. That was New York. That's why New York was so fun. Like they got
they got behind you afterwards. It was they didn't like you after a while.
What? This Knicks tape. What you told? They like, who? Yeah, I'm glad we got dude. I'm glad. That's how New York felt when they see me. No, I'm my bad. Cause I like they would say this in public. She'll tell you. They'll come up, bro, and my bad. Cause I seen the video that we booed you, but we apologize, bro. I'm apologizing on behalf.
Yeah.
Like we love you now. Like we love JR. Like we apologize for the shit we was talking. Like forget that. We love this. This Knicks tape, keep this going. Like people wasn't calling us the Knicks, bro. People were coming up to me and dropping the Knicks out of it. Niggas was like, yo, the tape, y'all cold. Like I love it. I don't know what y'all got a ruckus going. Niggas running around in New York going crazy for the Knicks tape. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like creating that, being a part of that was a wave. Linsanity, wave.
That was crazy.
Like wave, super wave. I'm like, what are you gonna do today? You remember he had a stretch of like 7 games that it was just out of control.
Yeah.
You know
I was a hater. I'm not gonna lie. I was a hater at first. I was like,
it was cool to hate. But even while you hate it, when he hit the 3 and it's
yeah. You love it at the same time.
You like, I hate it, but I'm so glad the Knicks are winning. And he's doing it for the Knicks. So I don't care. Let him go.
Yeah.
And that's what it becomes. New York get behind you, and then it's like, no, you gonna deal with Jeremy Lin. It's for real. You finna deal with it. And you better not he better not go by you and lay that ball up. Cause you just went in the interview and you was talking crazy. He better not get by you and lay that ball up. Cause we finna talk crazy. But that's how it is in New York. Like, cool, y'all don't like it, but we on this side. See what I'm saying? Like we gonna talk shit about the Knicks amongst us. But when your Celtic ass come over here, oh, you getting all the smoke. Don't say nothing about my guys. And you wasn't afraid about
that's how New York
was. That's how New York was. But it reminded me, that's Chicago to me. See what I'm saying? That's what I come from, which is what I wanted. I just wanted that when my name went across. I just wish they would have been sensitive to the fact that he don't know shit about what's going on. He ain't watching New York. He really watching the Bulls. He a Chicago kid.
Right.
Don't do him like that on his day. But they ain't thinking that. They just judging basketball. Cool. I ain't take it offensive after a while, but I used it. You could check the first couple of clips, the first 5 games, before they really like genuinely start seeing me on the stream. It was like, yo, we love you, G. Like, we love how you play. Like, keep playing like that. Before it was that love, I was in the crowd. Man, y'all didn't even want me. Y'all want him? You want him?
You said that to the crowd too, right? Yeah.
What? Plenty of times. You wanted him. You get what I'm saying? Like, you booed me because you didn't get him. So I'm going to kill him. I'm finna pick him up 94 too.
That's what y'all came to see?
You said, yeah, y'all said he was good. So show me. And I know it was people probably like, you know, while I'm guarding them, they probably looking like, why you so thirsty?
Yeah.
I know Kimba was so sick of me. Me and Kimba already had our awards every year.
Went at it.
Growing up in high school. Yeah. Coming to high school, I'm gonna see Kimba in the summer. He gonna be going retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to see him. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, we gonna have our battles. So it's like when we got to the league, I know he was probably thinking like, Shump, you for real? Like, it's our first time playing. You breathing on me, bro.
Like, nothing changed?
Yeah, but no, it was way more aggressive when we got to the league.
Right.
Like in high school, we wait for each other at half court. We gonna compete. But it was like, first quarter, Iman, you breathing on me, bro. That's how he was looking at me like, he like, Shump, come on. Like, yeah, that's how we going. Like, right. But it's like, I was in that mode, like, no, everybody's gonna prove it now. Everybody, you got to prove it to me, bro. Prove it to me that I'm not supposed to be. Like, somebody got to prove it, bro. Y'all done booed me. Prove it to me that you really wanted him that bad. Show me why you wanted him that bad. He got to show me why you wanted him that bad. And it was like, I was imposing my will on people. Like, that's just what I was on. Until I tore my ACL and they told me, yo, you got to sort of lighten up here. You too big. So you putting too much pressure on your knees. Yeah, you got to chill out. You picking up 94. You on this surgery number 2, you got to calm it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to dial back how my style was just, you know what I'm saying, based on some of the knee stuff. But it was just like, I love that. I love scoring it. Ball drop through and it's extra. I wait till you hear, that's why I want you to hear the album. My album, it sound when you hear this album, you gonna play this album over my highlights and be like, yo, he's really this. Like it'll make it so much sense to you. Like
Put us right through your whole experience.
if you watch my Knicks highlights, my Cavs high, and you see my face, you'll be like, he really lives that through. It's my expression through basketball. I was like, damn, I can see why he talk like this, why he act like this. Like, it's reflective. Like, it's so. The reason why I know this, I was doing it the other day. Did it the other day. Just didn't feel like listening to the music that they put on one of the videos. I didn't feel like listening to it. I could tell it was somebody's beat that he was really trying to promote.
Right.
I was like, you got this beat over my highlights. Put this car ain't stolen over there.
Put your music over the highlights.
Put this car. Y'all ain't
Nick,
got this car ain't
Nick
stolen.
highlights or just
Nick highlights.
What did you do with
the Nick highlights? Was just like, it's a lot of this. Because I told you I was mad.
Yeah.
It was a lot of that. It was a lot of doing stuff, and I'm looking at Melo like, I told you. You know what I'm saying? Like they said I would be undrafted. That's what they said, Melo. Like people be like, what was you saying to Melo? Melo, they said I wouldn't be here, Melo. Yeah. I'm supposed to be dead, Melo. I'm a ghost, Melo. And Melo be like, shut up, get out my face. Like he laughing. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling Swish, we the best players on the earth. We the top 300 in the world. And I'm before him.
Wow.
That's the type of shit we doing on the court. I swear to God, Swish. And Swish, Swish, he out of control. Let's go. Yeah. Talk your shit. He hyping it up. Talk your shit, Shump. Talk your shit. Like, I love that. Kyrie do that. Where he
say that.
Yeah, I love that.
What did you do with your first check? Once you signed your deal, your first Knicks check, what was your first thing that you did? You do an investment? Did you buy anything for your parents?
I was about to buy a car. And Jared Jack said, Shump, you have nowhere to live. I was staying at his crib, remember?
In the car?
Yeah, I was staying at his crib that whole time. So when the lockout finally ended, I got my bread. I was at the hotel, and he was like, what you gonna do with it? I'm like, shit, I'm probably finna, I'm looking at this Whitwood. He was like, Shump, you live at a hotel. You don't think you need to, you know what I'm saying? Get you a crib where you could sleep, bro. Like they only gonna pay that for 30 days, bro. Like you gotta. So I was like, dang, you're right. So the first thing I got was a little apartment. I got a little apartment and got some TVs, some furniture. He was like, yeah, you got some shit you got to do before you just start riding around, fam. Like,
made any good investments?
Yeah. I got into spiritual gangster really early. I got into and then, like an idiot, got out of Uber. I went for a quick flip. It was when I was young. I didn't know.
You kick yourself in the ass for that?
I didn't know no better. Yeah. I didn't really know no better. I wanted to be like, I don't know. I was like, back then, because they came up with a concept that was so cool, I wanted to come up with my own concept and make my own app. Something about me always hated investing in other people's mind. Because I was like, after a while, I had trust issues with people because I always was misunderstood and it made no sense to me. Because I'm like, to me, I feel like I'm a pretty transparent person. I feel like I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I got good intentions no matter how I walk. And I felt like I couldn't trust that in other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't trust in their way, so to speak.
Why was that? Because you knew that money was coming in and people were changing?
It just felt, I don't know.
So you had a situation with your cousin. He came and asked you for money.
It's just you get all that. You get all that. I get it. Where I just, like, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with people asking me for money. It's when money makes you ask it weird. Like, if you ask me for, like, I have no problem asking my mom for money.
Right.
Right? If I say, Mommy, I need $20 to go up to the store, I'm not going to feel bad about it because it's my mama.
Right.
If it's my brother, I'm not going to feel bad about it because I know if you need $20 and I got it, it's yours.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when you could do something for somebody and you expect a certain love and a certain standard and somebody crosses it and flips it on you, once that happens a few times, by the time you get to investing in people, it's like, okay, cool, I'm investing into your idea. But what if you just scamming niggas? What if this is bullshit? What if you really don't have a plan? What if you telling me you investing and you're doing all this shit and you don't? So it was like the moment it went up, I'm like, I don't know how people gonna move. I don't know if he gonna sell this to somebody that's gonna have a name that's terrible. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all these things. Once I seen shit go up, I was just like, boom, and threw it into something else. And I bought this art piece. Don't get me wrong, I still flipped what I did into something beautiful. Like, I ended up getting an art piece, selling that a couple years later, finding out that I didn't have to pay tax on art. And I was like, wow. So I just, you know what I'm saying? I bust a couple moves, but it was like, I gave up on not owning things and not investing into my own thing, like not betting on myself. It was like, so you telling me this dude, like, I could put in bread on your idea. You make 3 billion and I could make what, maybe $1 million out of that, or like,
You make the
depending on how much I put in, yeah, maybe I make 30 million, but you just made 3 billion because it's your shit.
Right.
Excuse me. I'm willing to bet on my mind making something that can get to 3 billion. Like, I know a lot of people that probably think, like, they'll probably look at me like I'm crazy till they fucking around and use an app that you find out once I sell that motherfucker, like, that was Iman app? That motherfucker sold for 3 billion. You a lie. He ain't never. Like, that's when you gonna believe it. Not, you ain't never gonna believe if I just sit here and just keep explaining to you, like, look, now they like, nigga, you just said you just talked about it before. But it's like, I wouldn't talk about it. I'm just using it as an example.
Right,
but
right.
if I came up with an app, I want to invest in it myself and reap the benefit of the work I put in, as opposed to saying, I got to trust Ja with all the work on this app that she says she has, but it's an idea at the end of the day. And I'm handing her a certain amount of money that I could lose all of it, but I'm just rolling my dice on somebody I didn't grow up with. I just know them from proper alignment with what's happening right now.
Right.
And I'm just rolling the dice on you type of vibe. And it was like, I started feeling like I was insulting myself, or I'm not, or I don't think maybe you don't think you're as smart as you think.
Think you are.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't think you can rap because you're not you hear what they're saying. They're saying, put the money up and put the marketing behind it and really let people hear it all at once to where they can really critique it. Because right now you just posting a link but it's like, really put the money up if you believe it.
That's right.
Like, if you willing to go broke, that'll inspire some people to say, no, he for real, let me take him serious. If he willing to go broke, he must be serious. He must have something to say. Let me take a listen, see if it's good. And it better be good. That's what it come down to. Is it good?
Is it good?
But is it good? Like, you put the money up, do all this, but you have to do all of that to give yourself a chance. I didn't know that before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now, if music is my Uber app, well, not music, a Center's Piece Records, which is my label now.
Your label that you have.
If a Center's Piece Records is going to be that Uber app for me, it's like, are you going to put the bread up? You know what I'm saying? Now that you've designed your app, are you going to do what that person did and put everything into it and hope that it turns into something greater that you can later sell or achieve what you want to achieve with it? You know what I'm saying?
For yourself, you should, right?
Do you really want to do that? Because like I say on Elaborate, which dropped on Friday the 13th, I promised my younger self I would never be mad at me. I defy gravity, even if it costs me the casualty. Go release you a masterpiece and go to rap from the league passionately. Well, that's what Granny said. Like, as I'm saying that, I'm just saying, like, the worst feeling, I say it all the time, the worst feeling in the world, I could lie to you. I could tell you a bold face. No cap. I could tell her a bold face and look you dead in the eye, make it believable, take the proper channels to make sure the story is good. I could sleep with that. But if I lie to myself, I can't sleep with that.
It's one person you can't lie to.
I can't do it. It's crazy because people say this all the time and they wonder why I go so hard with this God body talking about peace, God, what up, God? Like, I say that to challenge people to live to that standard. And it's cool. I see you in that standard until you prove. It's like innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Y'all want guilty until proven innocent so much. And it's like, nah, dog, how about we just say you a God until he shows me that he's a king. And then you show me that you a jack and you a peasant. Like, show me that. Like, what's wrong with me calling these people? Like, don't call me a deity. I want to make sure. Why you want to be under? Why wouldn't you want to sit next to God? If there is a God sitting at the top, sitting on a cloud with a gold crown, I know he wearing gold. I know if he is, he wearing gold. Ooh, it might be a gold sea crown. Ooh, that might probably gold. Ooh, it's cold. I know it's cold. I know his watch cold. Ooh. Moms think they got diamonds. If it's really a God sitting up there on there, because he's sitting on a cloud, I would be. That's comfortable.
Be right next to him, right?
With a cloud pillow right there, just floating, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Transparent in the sky.
Talking about peace to the God.
You see what I'm saying? He might be Michael Jackson laying in the white suit, just handsome. You know what I mean? But who wouldn't want to? Why wouldn't you want to go kick it with him?
Right.
Next to him.
Right.
Why you want to be up under him? I ain't never been as a man. I don't want to be up under you, bro.
Next man.
I want you to hug me, embrace me. Don't son me. What grown ass man? I got a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Same as you. You got kids. I got kids. Come on. What's wrong with you? We your kids, cool. But now I got my own kids. I don't let my dad son me no more. I tell my dad what I'm thinking, and he respect it. Like I raised you to do that. My dad don't tweet with me like, oh, why you talking to me? Like, no, I raised you to be a man. You believe that? Say it to me like you believe it then. And if he don't like it, he might. But he like, I'd rather you say it than to hold it back or be holding something away from. No, say it.
Say it. Be the man.
Believe it. Be a man.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the other side of it. You're going to get the other side of it no matter what it is. I'm going to love you the same. But don't be nervous. You should be able to meet me here if you're a man. You know what I'm saying? That's the challenge. And it's like, why you ain't challenging yourself on a God speed? What's wrong with that?
Because you play with Melo. And he always wears 7, right? 7 hats. God body, right? How was your relationship with Melo?
That's how I started diving into
that's what I'm asking.
The spiritual understanding rather than religion. Like, I was raised Catholic. You know what I'm saying? But 3 different times, the pastor molested kids. So it was like this negative vibe that came to where people don't know for a while, I cried before church. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm nervous, but I also ain't never been like, you know, my grandmama always had me make sure you saying your prayers, like make sure you doing this. She used to tell me like, you don't have to bend on your knees to say your prayer. You could just lay in the bed, just say your prayer. You don't have to. People gonna tell you that you ain't got to do none of that. You just got to talk to them. You just got to talk. You just got to. So it's like, I always had that to where I felt like I need to go to church. So it was like, first it was like, I'm not going every Sunday. Now I'm going like once a month when I really need it. But I'm continuing my own relationship. When I got around Melo, because I remember, pastor after pastor molested. When I got to college and they did it again, my teammate took me on the east side and I went to his church and that dude pulled what he pulled. I ain't gonna name the man, but he pulled what he pulled and I'm like, y'all was just in your church, bro.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all, bro? I'll punch one of y'all in y'all face, bro. Like, I don't get down. You know what I'm saying? I don't get down with that, bro. Like, why would you have me do that? And in my mind then, it's like, I'm in the Lord's house and all that. But it made me start realizing, like, bro, you just built that. Y'all just built this, bro. This ain't no Lord's house, none of that, bro.
Hey, you built this.
Y'all built this. This construction workers building this. Y'all made it cold with air conditioning. Y'all put wine in the, that's how I start, you know, I start stripping it down and like saying like, bro, y'all making us pay all this money to do all, and y'all ain't really doing nothing. Y'all on some bull over here. Like you ain't even living correct and you telling me you supposed to be my example, bro. So I'm holding you up here for what? You know what I'm saying? And then I start thinking about it as the prayer thing. I'm like, they steady saying like, he ain't supposed to talk back to you and all, la, la, la. And I start realizing, bro, I'm just guiding myself. After a while,
you can't question him. You're not supposed to question him. Like,
see what I'm saying? You're not supposed to question him, but you're supposed to spill it all. And I start realizing, bro, I'm just putting myself through therapy. I'm imagining a therapist.
Right.
I'm talking to myself,
right,
essentially. Mm-hmm. But we'll think that this dude over here, that because he's got autism, He talked to himself. He crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You get on your knees and go like this. You praying.
Yeah, doing the same thing he doing.
What's driving y'all? I start looking at all this shit like, oh, what y'all on? Then I start seeing certain people with quote unquote superpowers, super talents, and they got these little things that's wrong with them. We sitting here thinking, you know, this person can't do because he blind. Ray Charles, what's wrong with his? Stevie, what's going on? Stevie will kill something, going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Play me some Stevie. I don't want him to see nothing. Long as he don't make that music sound, don't see nothing. Because clearly not seeing this world got you going through something in there. And we can't see that. So keep expressing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep putting me in that dream world that you in, because you don't see the reality of what we go through. So you actually giving us a break. We have a trance we can go in with y'all. And it's like, having these things around me, I start realizing, bro, when I'm praying, I'm talking to myself. So I'm like, am I God? I'm like, if I'm technically a kid, I'm my father for sure. I'm watching my face turn into my father a little more every day as I get older. I'm like, I'm technically, we all a piece of God. Like, if we all God's children, it's all making the same sense. So I'm like, gee, I'm talking to myself. So I gave up that religion part and I'm just more spiritual. So I greet people and I don't want them to take it offensively, because I know people be like, no, I don't want to be a deity, all this. I get it. But I'm always going to start you at God, because that's the highest. That's the highest I've seen.
Right.
As far as what we're going to rate things, God is the highest, right? The highest power. I'm going to approach you in the highest respect, highest regard. I'm going to lift you up here until you show me different. You show me where you at.
Mm.
You show me where you at, but I'm going to start you here. You innocent till proven guilty. That's how I'm greeting you. You see what I'm saying? That's how my daughter greeting you. She'll tell you, my daughter walking on, peace, peace, peace. She peace God to all the dudes. Peace God. She see her, hey, Earth.
Yeah. Did you get that from Melo?
Yeah. Well, I didn't, the peace God line, yes. Melo used that to, like, it's his flyby. Peace, 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 God, peace. He just always want to let people know he in the room. He going to give off his presence, give off his aura. He going to keep it short, though. And it's like, peace is just, it's just a beautiful gesture. Like, peace, peace. Like, I come in peace. I pray for peace. I want peace.
Yep.
Peace of mind. Like, it's just, it's such a powerful statement. Peace, God.
Right.
And Melo would say that and it would ring to me, because I just felt like it lit rooms up. And that's all I feel like it could take. That's all a person needs one day. Just somebody could be going through it. And you coming up to them and be like, yo, peace, God. And they just thinking like, why you, even if they ask, why you call me a God? You a God till you show me other, brother.
And to make them feel like, wow.
You a God till you show me you a king. And even if you fall as a king is a great man.
Yep.
Even if you fall as a king, even if you show me you not a God, but you still a king and you on your way up there. Or you fell for a second, but you could still right some wrongs. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me progress, show me whatever, but I got to see your book. But I'm going to start you here, period. I'm going to say I like it till I don't see that I like it. You know what I'm saying? Until I dislike it.
Now that Melo taught you that, how do you rate Melo as one of the greats?
Melo always
on and off the court, like how you put
off the court, he don't get enough credit. For somebody that can deal with noise, somebody that could withhold comments and just not hide behind their work, but let the work speak for them. And somebody that finally, when he does speak, doesn't lie. He won't lie. And he won't blame. And there's times that I literally have told him, bro, why you ain't, it's not my job to take food out of another man's mouth. I'll take the blame.
Mm.
Even if it's coach's fault, they'll fire him. They ain't gonna fire me. They ain't gonna fire me. I'm gonna trust in my work and my work ethic that I could fix this. You know what I'm saying? Without saying a word. Like, he'll take the L. This time Melo done took heat. And he'll just, I'm gonna just keep on. You know, I know it wasn't falling tonight, but I'm gonna just, and I respected that. Like, somebody that could man up and still not miss none of his son games, picking him up from school, still walk around. Like Melo was walking around, picking his son up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like walking around on the east side, like just Melo, taking care of his son. And it was just like seeing this while they're all over you and you the hottest thing going in New York. You can't walk out this house without them criticizing whatever. And you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You keep working, you keep your head down. Like, I couldn't have had a better example as far as like work ethic than like somebody that I even be like, I used to tell him like, but why you don't never post none of the stuff we be doing? And he just be like, I ain't, Shump, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And now he's being a little more open to it, which has been cool. But it's like, he not showing y'all nearly as much
as he can.
As much as he, like the amount of work, the amount of hours. Like people don't know, like my rookie year, him calling me, what you doing? And making me meet him. Got dressed thinking I'm finna get fly and go hang with Melo for the night. And he had a random cigar bar underground in Indiana. And he making me watch Phoenix because Steve Nash is throwing this left-hand hook pass that I need to practice. He done threw it 3 times and they done led into a timeout. And now Melo done called me out my hotel room to make me watch it.
So he was that type of leader. He was that type of leader.
And he don't get no credit
for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't look for the credit, but he don't get no credit. And people know. That's what bothered me. I'm like, y'all know. People in the league, you know. You seen him after practice helping people out. Like, and he didn't lie. I'll be telling people all the time, I had this story of Melo. He's shooting, first of all, he's shooting all the rock. This game, he's shooting all the rock. And at the end of a half, he did some and turned around, and I was wide open. And he shot it with like 2 people on him, basically. They just left me. Boy, he missed that shot. We going to halftime. Melo, this some bullshit, man. What you doing, man? Wide open. This some bullshit. Hey, Shump, calm down. No, y'all ain't gonna say nothing to him because y'all nervous. This is my rookie year, so I'm tweaking. I mean, what dude every day, man, bump that. Melo,
you saying this in front of Melo too?
He walking in. He walking in. He hear me though, as he walking, but he already screwing up his face. Like, what's shorty on? Like, who you talking to? So he done came in the room with that energy, like, bro, who you talking to type vibe. Oh, man, you doing that? I'm wide open. You throw me that shit. If that was me, I'd have threw you that shit. And he say, Shump, I'm what? But we loud at this point, and people done in between us, like Tyson, like, can y'all calm down? Tyson always looking at me like I'm just the youngest little brother ever. He be like, Shump. You know, it's easy too while he holding me. Tyson strong, skinny. Yeah, I don't know how he this strong to be skinny, but he just be, Shump, like, nigga, shut up. Like, shut up. Melo, calm down. Melo say, Shump, I know he was there. I know you was open, but I work on that. And I was like, that makes sense.
He said he works on that?
He didn't say, oh, I hit you next time, or I missed you.
Yeah.
No, I saw you open. I know, but I work on that. Like being able to see you open.
Yeah.
I should probably like flinch for a second and throw you this ball. But no, your feet wasn't ready. I work on this turnaround, and I knew it was going to be 2 people here because it was the end of the quarter. I was shooting that ball anyway.
And nothing you could...
And he was letting me know, like, don't be mad next time because you ain't getting it next time. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
And I respected it because it was like, I adjust now. Right. If you really don't like it, don't throw Melo the ball. But you better score it if you don't throw him the ball. Because he came prepared to score this, and that's his job. So if you're going to do your own thing, by all means. But you better make it, and we better win. Or else
you're going
to hear it from Melo because Melo is going to take the blame. He going to sit there and tell the cameras, nah, I told him to do it. Like Melo would take bullets all the time. No, Shump don't know what's going on. He's just playing at a high level, encouraging the guys. We need Shump to stay upbeat. And he probably was like, yo, you shooting too much. That's probably what he's thinking in his mind.
Right.
But he's not going to do that. He's not going to kill my confidence, none of that.
He's going to take the blame.
Love Melo for that.
You went so it didn't work out for you with the Knicks, no championship. And you're working now you're with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a different leader now. How's that relationship with LeBron now and you and LeBron?
It was weird at first because I was like Melo's man, and me and LeBron, like Bron had to deal. You know me, I'm a constant conversation guy, so you ain't on nothing, talking my shit to Bron. So he had already dealt with like the annoying version of me, and it was like knowing they're actually great friends, but everybody makes them arch enemies.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. I love seeing them play against each other. I love watching it.
Yeah.
I love when they go to war.
Definitely.
But I'm like the girl in between. You got the new girl that's oh, she broke up with him, but then she got with him, not knowing, but it's like, kind of here now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, I'm on the other side. It felt weird, but Bron has a very genuine, it's a very genuine characteristic. Like, it's like he has to share basketball knowledge with people. Like, it might be his biggest superpower, his ability to get everybody on the same page. Like, it's actually kind of scary.
How scary? How? Like,
he can explain this game forward and back.
He has a very high IQ, basketball IQ, right?
Wow. It's unbelievable. So you talk about somebody that know the playbook, know where everybody's supposed to be, know the other teams, coaches, playbook, style of coaching, how his ball club's going to play. Like, Bron's one of them where you'll be like, we going into Philly tonight. He'd be like, no, but they just hired their new defensive coach, but he was at Georgetown for 3 years, and I played for him one time at camp, and this is how they gonna play us. And you'd be like, what? It's times that you got somebody that's been red hot, and they running it off, and we'd be like, yeah, the scouting report says, he's like, yeah, but I let him shoot that because in the left corner, he only shoots 26%.
Wow, he does his study.
He shoots 46% from 3, but he only shoots 26% from the left corner. And you'd be like, yes, sir. Bro. Thanks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, make me feel like I ain't do my homework. You know what I'm saying?
I saw one time, like, he at a news conference after the game, and he ran the whole play down. I'm sure you saw that, right? And he ran the whole play. He passed the ball down, got the rebound, came down, threw it in the left corner. He broke the whole sequence down. I'm like,
and it's nothing to him. Like, it's scary because there's times that he be in the game. He'll be like, he don't mean to do it, but he'll be like JR, hand. Like, he'll just throw it to the hand, snatch it, palm it. And then he'll like be in a post up, and he'll be like, Shump, if he move, cut right behind him if he move. And he'll start his dribble. Tristan, cut, take him with you. And everything he's saying, you just watch it happen.
It happens.
And the moment that man flinch, I'll sprint behind it, catch, dunk.
Works right there.
It's times he done told us on the bench, Kevin, it's gonna be there. And all I'm thinking is, dude finna steal this pass. Bron done took that mug and threw this mug behind his back, down the baseline, into the corner. Somebody done slid to the corner. Kevin Lillard done slid behind the little screen and shot this down. I'm like, this boy done threw this ball. He done caught this ball, ain't dribbled it, and palmed it and threw it like a bowling ball behind his back, all the way across the court, perfectly in the Kevin Lillard hands. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the court. I'm just like, even I'm sitting there baffled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hoop with the man. Like, he gonna do some stuff, but he can break, like you said, he can break it down. X4 did this, so I did this. Right. If X3 does this, there's no way he can recover to this. I don't even have to look over there. I know he's gonna be there. I can just throw it. The defense will tell me where my people are. I'll just throw it over there. I know where he's at, because you wouldn't stand right there unless he was there. Like, he like that, where he know you guarding Ja. And if he drive to the basket and he see your eyes, the moment he see your eyes, and he looking for Ja. He already looking for him. That's what they be on. He be like, he threw a no look. Like, he looked dead at him, nigga guarding. I got to get it straight to it. And he put it on you to make that shot.
You had 2 different type of leaders. You had LeBron, Melo.
Yeah, one was vocal. One's like example.
Right, led
For
by
sure.
example. So you played against Kobe.
Mhm.
How was that playing against Kobe? Did Kobe actually help you out in anything?
Nah, I wasn't I tell people I didn't appreciate Kobe as much as I should have. I was a Michael Jordan guy. So I was
Oh,
always caught up. I was always caught up in the back and forth
right.
riffs to where I didn't even realize how much I loved and enjoyed watching that man play or being able to compete against him until like a week after the news, to where it was like it really started hitting me like, nah, G, like he left it all out there. Like he just went as hard as he could the whole time. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, at least he got to leave it all on the floor. You get what I'm saying? Like, he really left it all on the floor and then started being a complete 100% dad all the time, always around them daughters. And it's just like beautiful to think on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to choose the wrong words, but in a sense, like, I'm happy for him being able to have his daughter with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That he was there.
I don't feel like either one of them could have done without each other anyway.
Mm.
Type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and to be taking the helicopter to make sure you're there for your kids and they have to go down. I'm like, if it was going down for me and I was going down just being a father, like I could, yeah, like
Grab her, right?
at least I got to just, my last moment was a father. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just hate it for the kid not being able to see further and through. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
of course, we wanted both of them to survive, especially the daughter. But it's just like to think that I think that people are able to live with it, knowing Kobe spilled every drop. And he's now inspiring people to every day you live this, you better spill every drop you got every day.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like every day. Like, Kobe left us with a lot.
Did you have any great moments playing against Kobe that you remember?
I had my few steals against him. I thought I was killing it. And then I thought I was killing it. And then the fourth quarter started. He tapped me before we went out there and was like, you had a great game, young fella. You had a great game. Tap me. You had a great game.
Did you?
He just went off the whole fourth quarter on me. Shot fake, spin, pivot, off the glass, boom, good.
And you were sticking. You had
Post
to
up.
stick Kobe.
Yeah, but all game I was with him. All game I was thinking he ain't never seen nothing like me. And then he turned it on and turned it like, cause it was the last. You could tell it was the last game on a East Coast swing.
Yeah.
So he was saving what he had in the tank. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he was just playing the regular game, coasting.
Yeah.
Regular game.
What did he drop on you?
Quarter, I don't remember what he finished with. He had to have like 36 or some shit. He just went off though. It was like he was chilling for a while. And he just turned it way up and killed us. And not even D'Antoni could be mad at me because I was looking around like, I'm the best you got to stop this man.
Who else you gonna put on?
It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't
Right.
like you could bench me for this. This is just unbelievable what he's doing.
And it's Kobe.
It's Kobe. And they calling timeout and I'm watching the highlights of what he's doing to me.
Oh God.
During the timeout, bro. They replay. You know, in the Garden, they don't care. They'll play the other team highlight. That man was going so crazy. He shot like a 35-footer, just pulled. He was staring at me. Just pulled that shit, like right in front of the bench. Started looking at D'Antoni. I was like, this is crazy. That was so mean. Damn, Kobe Bryant.
Let's get into your music now, man, because you
talk
got a
about
beautiful wife, Teyana
talk
Taylor,
about it.
and when I met you in 2011, you dropped a freestyle on the show. Didn't do any music after for a while, till you got married, right? Because I don't remember any music.
I dropped a mixtape, the post 90s. I dropped that afterwards. So that was like 2012, 2013, something like that. Yeah, 2012, maybe 2013. I know when I had the all orange player edition, I dropped a mixtape, the same release. So I had the post 90s out.
That was a mixtape.
That was a mixtape.
Now you have an album.
By the way, if you go back though, the production it's mixed over MP3s, which makes the sound quality a little bad. But I was rapping. If you go back and
You was rapping.
If you go back and listen to it, like I was talking about having an iPhone 7, like where I would be, you know, like, oh, you never heard this. Like, if I ever get a Maybach, I'll push the seat way back with a stogie lit and beautiful.
That's you did a video for that?
No. I did. No, I didn't do a video.
You didn't do a video for that one.
If I ever get a Maybach, I'll push the seat way back with a stogie lit and beautiful bliss on the playback and have it pitch black and get out it and be realer than the grave and MLK name is engraved at. By then I'll be more mature in my craft and give a job to the people that get paid for doing grass. Have a palace like in Aladdin, wearing an all black satin Blackhawks jacket with a crown on, because they should be in by then, so don't try and stop my sway. I'll be setting the trend. Let me identify what the problem really is. They thinking down the line and I'm thinking a few years. So cheers to my opponents. Cheers to them people that be living in the moment. And shout out to Liv for giving in the moment. Standing on couches, ordering champagne. If they had it like this, they be doing the same thing. So why is you hating? We playing the same game. I can't help it that I'm winning. Why can't my chains swing? Like, I'm like, if you really go back, you like, gee, he was rapping. Picture being given the game with 2 controllers by some true OGs that's still in your corner. So I listen, shit, I would never disappoint them. If you ain't a stamp, then stay off the corner. I want sapphires and rubies now, a couple cases of cigars and a new piece of art. Ooh, I got that new state of mind since discussing life with the dudes that don't sweat a price. Now I wear slacks and a sweater, nice. I'm investing in that duck off, and Stat put me on the top hat. I rock the floods with the 6 shoes. My last shoe purchase cost a Chanel bag. The kicks was Marty McFly, though. I signed with Jim Gatto. Some of the shoes have been winged. Adidas hit the lotto. Quiet as kept. I'm Kimball. I'm Symbol with no father. The heart of Chicago inside of an Oak Parker. The Larry Johnson chokehold, John Starks, high top, Black Hawks with the snapback. I was scared to show the vision. I'm a Cyclops. I'm a disciple of the winner's circle. Can't even let the 8 shapes in this inner circle. Surreal living. Guess I'm in a puddle. I let her visit and she leave a puddle. I keep that on the humble. Come to the hood, touch the people, keep it real with them. I sit and chill, spill a bean so they feel with them. Yeah, we got money, but we still with them. Like, I was rapping.
You rapping.
But
you had the high top then. You had the flat top. Why'd you get rid of that? That's why you was rapping.
It was... Honestly, I had torn my ACL. I was bored.
So you just let go.
Put a high top because my brother cuts my hair, and he was like, bro, I was depressed. I was in the house. First time I had even saw where my beard actually grows to. Like, it was like stopping back here, of course, but it was like the first time I had even let it grow, and my chin hair was long, and it was like I had just let all this hair grow. I wasn't getting a haircut. My hairline was like down here. You know your shit coming down. Like, I just let it happen.
Well, I don't know about my hairline.
Because I couldn't walk. So I was just sitting there every day doing my shit, going into rehab, whatever. And I had a little fro. And he was like, we doing something. I'm cutting your hair today. I'm sick of looking at it. Fuck that. I'm cutting your hair today. What you want to do? I was like, man, I don't know. Let me do one of them. I'm going to do an old school high top, like laughing and shit. Niggas start doing it, you know? Going, you know what I'm saying? Doing it. And I debuted it on some like just out and about shit. And they start tweeting about it.
Yeah.
New York started talking about it. Yo, he got the hot top. He got the Big Daddy Kane. And people just started gravitating, tweaking. And then I got to the season and the Knicks was like, oh, no, you're not cutting that. No,
go with it.
They like, you're not cutting that. You're keeping that. Sorry. Like, you're keeping that. And then I just let it grow. Because when I first started growing it was a high top. I wanted it to be like John Stark shit. And then
actually higher than John Stark.
It started getting high because I was going for the Johnny. I was going for the Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo, my favorite cartoon character.
Okay.
So I was going for that.
Yeah.
But they were so in love with the flat top. They wanted it flat. Like everybody was
not
going
the slope, the flat.
So it was like I just conformed. But it made me, if they would have rocked with the Johnny Bravo of it, I probably would have kept it. And I had dyed it. And then I damaged some of the hair and I wanted it even. There was a bunch of shit that went on.
Is that what got Teyana to start dating you with your high top?
That was one of the reasons.
One of the reasons?
Like when I first met T, I had a low fade, but I was way more aggressive. I was live. Like I was young. I moved a certain way and it wasn't for her yet. We wasn't in alignment.
Did you gave her your list of your previous sex partners?
Mm-hmm.
What made you do that, bro?
Cause she works in a field of she's gonna have to run into these people. See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like I gave a list of like a girl in like 3B type of thing. It wasn't like that. It was just like, we going to this place and she may have to mingle with X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm
You didn't want that.
Yeah, I don't want no. I
issues,
don't want
right.
no girl looking at you like she got like. Yeah, I want her aware of what's going on. So if a girl give her something too smart or like slick, she know where it's coming
already
from,
know.
and she don't have to react.
Did she do the same thing to you too? Did she give you a list?
Yeah, we had to.
Was your mileage high? Who had the high mileage?
Yeah, it ain't for TV.
Got waived by the Nets.
Yeah.
And then music started getting a little more into it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just have had time to put together more of a solid. You know, I had already put them in place while I'm with the Nets.
Why with the Nets?
I'm saying, like, people don't understand. Like, I'm gonna make music. I got a studio at home. Studios everywhere. I just don't get off on other activities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta go to the studio sometimes because my wife worked there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like me going to support her at times leads me into boom. Iman, can you put some words to this? And can you go over here and do this? And we got a studio over here that we paying for, but right now the band ain't here right now. So if you want to go lay something, you can because it's open. So me and Junior go in there and just create.
How's that session with you and T? Like,
we gotta get there. We gonna have our kids there. That's Junie and the dogs. Her friends gotta be there. There's gotta be some sort of phone call that Teyana gotta get on that's gonna either up her energy, down her energy, something. Like, it's just so many moving components that happen. We gonna go from, I don't know, it's like, yeah, it's weird. It's like we catch a vibe and it's beautiful, and then we like get into a little, damn near like a little marriage competition where me and her are like on opposite sides of the room, and it like heightens the creative process. Like, everybody else is just like locked in and challenged by and inspired by an ability to like come together on something. Like, I think we do that better than anybody. Like, turning chaos into art pieces. Like, a lot of people can't pull that together, right. Especially not from two totally different worlds.
But, so you guys recorded together already, and for this project that you have now?
No.
So nothing.
She's not on it. No, there's no feature on my album.
No features on the album.
Junie.
That's it. Junie's your daughter. Wow. What about production?
Devin Mack, who's actually with me. Von Vi. Devin Mack's out here in Brooklyn. Oh. Von Vi in Chicago. Mason Jalloway, who Cleveland product, but he's in LA now. Who else is on there? Zoe. Yeah.
Miami.
Zoe. Yeah, Zoe go crazy.
So when is this?
Zoe did elaborate.
When you're releasing this, when is the release date? He said, "Wow." Elaborate too. I heard elaborate. My favorite one so far I heard is Hello.
Hello.
I love the Hello joint. I think it's a powerful record.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's a vibe. You said that. You said that.
You said that.
Yeah, I'm so glad I put her.
So when are you releasing the project? And what is it called?
The album is called This Car Ain't Stolen. And it's just to preach on ownership, being comfortable in what you came up in, where you're aspiring of going, and learning how to appreciate the now. Is to preach on responsibility as well as enjoying every moment. You know what I mean? And the album is basically putting you in a car.
Taking that ride with you.
You're gonna hear car sounds. You're gonna hear honks, and you're gonna hear the ticker making a left. You really gonna feel like you riding in this van that I grew up in.
And that ain't stolen.
It ain't stolen. And I say that because at times, you know, you pull off or pull up, you doing too much. Where we thinking somebody pulling off aggressively. Our car's screeching because it need brakes, it need this, it need that. But how we pull up, it makes such a loud sound. You usually only hear like you hear that when somebody trying to get up out of there. They trying to go. We doing it because it's wear and tear on the car. But people like, you know what I'm saying? People pull us over like, what y'all got going on? Like, no, this is my mama's car. This is your mom's car. Show me, you know what I'm saying? Like, show us what's going on. It's like we had to deal with that because 4 big ass boys getting out of a minivan, especially sometimes how we driving it, it's just like, all right, what y'all doing? Y'all like y'all joyriding, doing a little too much.
Too much.
A little too much, you know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing that to life, but I'm making it feel like you riding with me and enjoy your ride. Like, and I feel like the whole project, I don't feel like there's gonna be a time where you're gonna be like, I don't feel like it's a project that you're gonna be skipping around. I might not need to put no asterisks next to no songs. Like, I want people just to listen to this. I want you to do whatever you got to do. Have your drink, smoke your blunt, do whatever you got to do. Get in your vibe and let it play.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ride, you got to drive. If you're in Chicago, you got to drive to Indiana to go see your grandmama. Play this. Let it go all the way through and hear it. Like, really vibe with me because it's like, I feel like it's really the first time you're going to get somebody that played in the NBA that's going to give you the truth. And not even on no bad shit. It ain't like I'm on here doing something that people going to look down upon or frown upon. It's just going to be like, I'm glad somebody was transparent in a positive light. Like, I'm not transparent in a negative light. Like, no, my daughter's on the album. Like, it's just completely genuine.
Genuine, right.
Like, I know, and she's my assurance that if I can play this music for her and she can still be a 4-year-old while she still knows this music and enjoys this music, and she can still be a 4-year-old and still know right from wrong and hear her daddy does X, Y, and Z, but she's not to say this and she's not to do that. If I can get a 4-year-old to do it, I shouldn't fear putting it out and it being in the wrong hands in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't fear that. And she's my example, so she's kind of my courage at the same time to put this out the right way.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
So can we hear you and Damian Lillard on the album in the future?
We tried a few times it hasn't synced up. Like, I think Dame wants to create something more from scratch. Like, we've tried to send each other songs and it didn't really fit. Like, we would need to build something from scratch. It had to be a production. You know what I'm saying? He got a certain sound, I got a certain sound. To complement it, we need to build something. So when we have some time, I'm sure at some point we will. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't opposed to it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yes,
so you're going to stay with the music or we're going to get you back in the league?
Oh, we definitely get back in the league.
All right, cool.
We get both the best world. Let's please don't think we choosing. We not choosing. You know what I'm saying? Please don't think that. Like, we gonna hoop. We always do that. Even if I was just rapping, after I was done for the day rapping, I'm gonna go to the gym and hoop. I love to hoop. We gonna do that. When y'all ready, I get it. You saving money for the season. The playoffs coming. Call me. I'm around.
My man Shump, thank you, man.
Already.
Appreciate you, bro.